Everybody, welcome to Athena After Dark. How are you this evening? It is July 18th and Monday, 10 o'clock, 10:02. I'm late. It's been a crazy Monday. So I wanted to tell everybody thank you for joining live, watching later, participating. Huge thank you for the support. Um, don't forget, watch the show on Facebook and subscribe to the YouTube channel because after 100, we get our own custom name. All right. And everyone knows the premise that watches. Those of you that are just for the first time joining in, it's the home of five good things. Before you can really look at anything negatively, you really got to stop and just remind yourself of five good things that you have going on. So when I was a kid, my dad used to make me do that, and I still do that. I do that with my friends. They having a hard day, I'll say, hey, tell me five good things. Some days it helps. Some days I get a rain check, but I take it however I can get it. Um, all right. And I'm going to push the buttons tonight. This is always fun. We have a really special guest. I'm excited. It's top secret information, but you guys will find out here soon. And it's kind of fitting. I'll explain it all. Okay. So we'll start out with the fan five good things. So I ask everybody to write in and tell us about their five good things, something that they have, and I like to read them so that everybody gets a little shout out here. Joey from Milwaukee, he says, I'm going to Sturgis for the first time this year on my Sportster. All right, Joey. Joey from Milwaukee, that is very, very cool. Oh, I'm pushing buttons here, careful. We just came up from a trip, Chicks on 66, and one of the ladies that rode with us, Danielle, she works for Harley Davidson. She rode her 883 Sportster from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, all the way to Santa Monica, California, and she rocked it like a champion. It was awesome. So good. And as long as you ride, that's how you get there. That's cool. We've had friends that have done mini bike races and they've gone from point A to point B and ended up in Sturgis or Daytona, things of that nature. So that's pretty cool. Then we have Vernon from Destin, Florida. And he says he has his son Jared riding a mini bike today. His son is 4. All right. So just a reminder to everybody, you can email at athenaafterdark@aol.com and send pictures with these 5 good things that you sent in. Send a picture and I'll put it up on the screen and we'll go ahead and we'll give a little shout out too, especially like to the little kids who are starting out. That's super cool. Got to start them young. My grandson, he's 4. He loves it, Baron. He's actually in this issue of Cycle Source magazine. He's reading a Cycle Source in the shop. He hangs out in the shop. He loves motorcycles. He has a 4-wheeler, and him and dad and him and grandpa, him and uncle, they get together and they work on the motorcycles. So it's cool. Sometimes he'll help me with projects in the shop. So super cool. Give Jared a high five for me. And yeah, send a picture. Cassidy from Burnsville, North Carolina says, I went to see my grandma this week and took her for a ride on my bike. Awesome. See, we got kids and older folks. There's some pets in there and we got it made, right? Because that's like the cool part of life. Kids, pets, and older people, which I'm getting there. Some of us are a little older than others. So I'm grandma, but I don't know how old your grandma is, Cassidy, but awesome. I'm glad she wanted to go for a ride. Maybe she get a sidecar so you can drive her around. That's always cool. And then we have Paul from Jacksonville, Florida, says that he just recently enrolled in MMI classes and he is looking forward to joining the ranks. So that is super cool. And congratulations on that. And afterwards, if you are looking for a place to land and you're near Florida, sometimes we're hiring, sometimes we're firing. Give us a shout out. Let us know how you're doing too. And if there's anything we can help you with. And let's see, Roxanne from Laguna Niguel, California. She bought a brand new Harley Davidson Softail today. All right, cool. Well, awesome. Get out there and ride. You can do it. Come from California and come see us in Florida. Daytona is not far off. We have Biketoberfest. We have a couple other cool things. And you're in California, so you're still north of us, so it's still cold there. And come here and get warm. We're going to have quite a winter. All the people that I've invited throughout this whole summer to come down when it's wintry and cold. There's a couple Airbnb houses right around my house, so it'll work out. Everybody can share, and there's pools and everything, so it's funny. And again, I'm excited. Okay, Terrence from Mercedes, Texas. He started a new job today as a counselor for the DAV. Oh, that's Disabled American Veterans. Okay, super cool. That is awesome, Terrence. Shout out to you and all the people that you're working with. I think that's fantastic. And they do have a note here that says 988 will now be the direct three-digit code, three-digit number to the nationwide suicide and crisis line. So again, if you need anything, you want to talk to somebody, you need help, something's bothering you, reach out. 988 are the three digits. So very cool. Thank you, Terrence, for doing that, and tell them all that we said thank you for their service at the Disabled American Veterans, because we support our veterans, and we're grateful. We couldn't do what we do here or anywhere if it wasn't for them. All right. So now we get the Ask Athena segment. And I have one selected viewer question every week that we answer. So this one's cool because like I do my best to pick ones that are kind of geared toward my guests for the evening. Sorry, I have a bewitched going on, twitching my nose to see if I can make it work. So when you have a guest, it's always good if the question is something they can, refer to too. So it says Gary from Gary, Indiana. Okay, Gary from Gary, Indiana. That's pretty good. I like that. That could almost be a pickup line for a single guy. Yeah. It says, what is your favorite motorcycle show that you have done a build for? Okay, that one takes a little thought. My favorite motorcycle show that I've done a build for, I guess it would have to be, it would have to be the Rot Rally. Definitely the Rot Rally. We did an awesome motorcycle for the Rot Rally, and it was one of 3 that made the ride. We came in 4th place. Don't ask. It's a thing. It's, it is what it is. So it was a good ride. It was a good time. The people of Texas loved it. And the Capitol, when you get there and like you look out, I was there with Paul Yaffe, Ami James, a few other people, and you look around and the whole Capitol, the streets are full of just people and motorcycles, and we led the parade. I guess that would have to be one of my favorite shows that I've ever done a build for. That's definitely a thing. Okay, so we have Cultural Corner. This is always a good one too. Everybody could use a little culture, right? So it's going to be Rough Boys. The biker movie just came out July 12th. It was Charlie's birthday, so they released it. I was his co-star in the movie, and we were talking about it last week. Miss Tattooed Songbird, Jennifer Santalucito. So, and then the next day it was released, so it was kind of weird, kind of ironic. None of us are actors. We had a good time doing what we could to help a friend, make his dreams come true. So anybody who wants to get that, you can find it on Facebook, Rough Boys, the biker movie. There'll be a link, so you can check that out. And so that's the Cultural Corner feature today. And then, so again, sometimes it's cool when your guest, what your guest likes, so you can throw it in there. My product pick of the week. This for me is it's not always easy because it's got to be stuff that I like, stuff that I know works. So everybody has a difference, in their preference in certain things. I guess I could say I was sold on this. Our tonight's guest actually turned me on to this, and it works really good. And so I liked it enough that I'll try it again because it worked really good the first time. So pushing buttons here. So that would be the Spectro motorcycle wash. Okay, tonight's guest absolutely thinks that is the really, really good shit. So again, like I said, I'm gonna give it another try, check it out, see exactly how well it works, and so we'll go from there. Okay, so now we get on to the good stuff. Tonight's guest. All right, so this is earlier on in the first couple episodes, I was doing my best to have Beaner on. Okay, sometimes things don't work out, and they don't work out always for a reason, because they're just not supposed to work out. So a few people had asked me Bobby, I know you're probably getting into the first 12 minutes. You might have already turned it off by now. You might think that this is like a chick show. It's not really a chick show. It's just a talk show where we're asking questions. Everybody gets the same questions. We get different answers, and we get to hear a little bit about our guests that some are known, some aren't known, some are half known. And we get to know them a little better, and it's cool. So I'm enjoying it. A lot of people have given me good feedback. They're enjoying it. Um, so it's not a chick show. We're gonna have our first man guest tonight, and it's fitting because like he should be the first guy on the show, absolutely without a doubt. He's the number one guy. He's the number one guy in my heart. So I figure we, see if we could coerce him to be on the show. It wasn't easy. He's usually the guy behind the scenes, and um, he's an amazing builder. He stays behind the scenes. He spends time inspiring the younger generations. Like we have younger kids that come around, in their 20s and 30s, and they're getting a little bit of his knowledge and the things that are going on. So he's a show winner. He's done incredible things in the motorcycle industry. And like I said, he's usually behind the scenes. He makes things happen, and I'm glad that he's our first man guest. So yes, that's going to be my wonderful husband, Mr. Donnie GeeWhiz Ransom. Let's see if we can get him back on here. Hold on, honey. Let's see. I'm pushing buttons. I might have pushed the wrong button. Hold on. See, I get all excited. He gets me all flustered. So hold on. I'm having technical difficulties. Let's see if I can find him. Might have lost him there. So here, let's see. There's his picture. Him on his motorcycle. That's always good. So let's see. I lost him in the stream. Oh, see? And I am pretty good at pushing buttons. But like I said, he got me all flustered. So let's show him here. We're going to... Hello there, honey.
Well, hello there.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Me too. How cool.
So
I mean, I'm remote from the 612 Club main room.
So
where the entertainment happens.
We're doing this a little different. We're trying it out. I don't know if there's feedback, maybe a little bit.
I don't hear any. Do you hear any?
Maybe a little bit, but we'll see. So
let me turn you down.
There you go. Turn me down. Turn me up. Turn me down.
Turn me down. Turn me up. Turn me down.
Stop. You promised. Okay. All right.
I got my jammies on.
I see that.
I had to go find them. It's summertime. We don't wear jammies in the summer.
That's true.
I turned the AC down to like 60, so it should get cold enough that we need jammies.
Okay, that's good.
I got to get a better camera.
So yes, we're doing this like remotely, like we chase each other around the house. However, to do this interview, we have to have the door separating us because we're both in our jammies.
And David Mann over my head.
Yes. Thank you, Miss Jackie Mann, for that, because that's a fantastic piece. Okay, so you know the deal. You've watched at least one show. I'm hoping at least one show you've watched. So I get to ask you some questions. You get to answer the questions. Everybody gets to know a little bit about you. So everybody, this is my wonderful husband, Mr. Don Ransom, Donnie GeeWhiz. He is definitely an integral part of Vagabond Chopper. We're a team. We build bikes together. We do crazy stuff together. We,
do crazy stuff together.
We do crazy stuff together. So
we raise children, dogs, horses, fix cars, go on adventures, that kind of stuff.
So, and you're an incredible motorcycle builder and a technician, and you have a God-given natural talent. So
I'm a mechanic now.
Say that.
I found out technician is taboo. I'm a mechanic.
Okay. However you like. Yes, sir. Don means king, right? We got it.
I even got my jammies on. Check me out. I feel like I should be smoking.
No.
But I don't smoke no more.
Right.
Because you can't explain smoking to a 4-year-old.
Right.
So forget about it.
So are you ready for some questions?
Let's have it.
Okay. So, how long have you been riding?
Legally or all the way?
All the way.
37 years all the way.
37.
32 years legally.
I see.
The first 5, Mama helped me get a motorcycle and we left it at her house.
Okay.
And in the summertime, I'd go down there and ride it.
Okay.
I
So
was
then,
14 when we started that.
14. You're giving away your age now. Careful.
Right.
So, okay.
I'm the kid.
So what? Okay. So what are your favorite rides? So this is a double-sided question. What's your favorite motorcycle to ride? And then what is your favorite route?
My favorite motorcycle is my limo. You could put that picture back up for a second?
Yeah.
My limo. That is my favorite motorcycle to ride.
Okay.
I've had that since 1995. Got it with 2,000 miles. I got 225,000 something miles on it.
Yes, you do.
That's my limo. That's my favorite motorcycle to ride. Everybody else's is just their shit that
Right.
I'm fixing and riding.
Okay.
All right. So now my favorite ride. I'm going to say this really quick just for you, and then I'll tell everybody. You remember being like a half a bike or a little more ahead of me, and you went, "Oh shit, I hate you! Oh my god!" And then we continued to do that for miles.
No, I don't remember
Okay,
that.
well, if you ride from the town in Sturgis up the hill where the Bikers Choice people were, but you ride past all that up to the top, and then when you go down the other side, there's that sign with the blinking lights, and it says steep grade 20 degree or something, use lower gear.
Yeah, 7% steep grade.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one. And then you go all the way down to Cheyenne Crossing.
Mm-hmm.
And you can either stop in the road and turn right and go on into Spearfish Canyon, or you can pass that little thing because you can't stop and turn into the country store at Cheyenne Crossing with the big rocks. And then drive all the way through the big rocks to the other side where the parking lot is.
Yeah.
Then you pull out of there after you ate ice cream and wiped yourself off, and you ride down through Spearfish Canyon, and you stop at Bridal Veil Falls. And if you're lucky, you get married. And then you ride on out the other side, you ride on up, and up at the top end of it, you take a right. And you run down about 5 miles, and you pull up into Hamster Hill. And you get some moonshine with some of the boys. That's my favorite ride. On like a Thursday at like noon. Good time to do that.
Okay. Well, so for all of you that go to Sturgis, Spearfish is a very nice town. Bridal Veil Falls is cool.
It is. Great place to get married. I recommend it.
Yes, and definitely a great place to get married. I recommend it. Cheyenne Crossings, that was its own experience. I think I was.
That's where you get ice cream. Because you need to take a break from that 7% steep grade run. So you got to break from it. Now, the first time you do it, try not to do it on a suicide shift chopper.
I can just tell you that I'm apparently a screamer no matter what, because I definitely was
a screamer, baby.
Yelling profanities at Beauregard and
at me.
And
oh right. Oh yeah, you're a screamer all the time. Right.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate that. Anyways,
it's okay.
It's an adult show.
It's okay. This is an after dark show.
So, anyways, yes, I still have, a loud affinity to steep grade, as we found out on this last trip as well, for sure. Definitely.
Steep grade, right?
Steep grade. Okay, so that's your favorite route. So then, who's your
favorite ride?
Who is your childhood hero?
Roger Staubach. But I just thought of something. Are we allowed to like hold on 1 second?
Okay.
This is live.
1 second. Oh boy. It's live, literally. There he goes. Yes. It's Mr. Don Ransom. Roger Staubach. There you go.
Roger Staubach.
Okay.
That's my guy.
Dallas Cowboys. Greatest
Dallas
quarterback.
Cowboys quarterback.
Mhm.
However, the man, first he was in college and he won the Heisman Trophy, but he was in the Navy college football situation. So after he won the Heisman Trophy, he had to go to 4 years of Vietnam.
Yes.
And he served his country well, came back, quarterback the Dallas Cowboys, dealt with a bunch of shit in the beginning, got his ass handed to him, then went on to greatness, won 2 Super Bowls. They call him Captain America. And I was like 8 when he beat the Denver Broncos. Hitting Butch Johnson in the end zone and all that. I'm all,
Football
and yep, that was it.
Football season can cause some rivalries too. During football season, you can have some rivalries amongst friends. So we have that. I know you and your dad.
I got a couple of guys that like the Packers, and well, hell. And then I got a couple of guys that like Pittsburgh, and well, hell. And my dad raised me in Washington, D.C.
Right.
I'm a Cowboy.
Right. That's too funny.
He's a Redskin.
Definitely.
I hope we're allowed to say that on After Dark, because they're going to be a Redskins as far as I'm concerned till the day I die. I got held upside down
by the
Hogettes.
I should have got
while
that.
My dad took pictures and said, "This is great."
Mm-hmm. I've seen it. I have.
Yeah, in 1982 or 83.
There you go, giving that age away again. So then, okay.
I'm a Roger Staubach guy. He's my hero.
Who's your motorcycle hero?
Motorcycle hero. Mm-hmm. There's a guy named Al Hollingsworth. And Al Hollingsworth, he taught me the chassis section of MMI, the Harley specialized course. And he made me stand up the whole 6 weeks, every day from 7:30 in the morning until we left at like 12:10 or something. Because the first day, I fell asleep twice.
You?
And he woke me up twice. And the second time he woke me up, he said, "You can stand up or you can go." So I stood up, and from there, he knows me as Sleepy. And I learned a shit ton from him. That man was his family owns St. Augustine Harley from the 40s. His dad owned it. They started it. St. Augustine Harley Davidson. Okay. So he tells me when he was 3, he had to go to work with his dad because mama had too many kids at the house. Then at 10, he was the service manager. Okay. He tells me in 1948, 47, 48, man, whichever year that was, first year pan, he watched 10 factory guys ride down from Milwaukee to Daytona. Well, they rode down to the dealership and they parked 10 brand new panheads out in front. And then they would ride over to Daytona and race, and they would come back and they would stay at mama's house, and she'd feed them dinner every night and what have you. And the factory guys, I mean, the Willies and the Davidsons and them guys came on down and did their racing, and then they went back. And he tells me that story. Now, he's like 5 foot nothing, probably weighed, 160 or something, kind of guy. And man, he was tight and right and strong. And he would take a dresser and flip it up off the kickstand backwards and push it out the classroom and around the building and park it. So we all had to do that every morning when we went to school. You got to take a bike and push it around the building and park it in the parking lot. Every morning, 7:30 in the morning. Jesus Christ. He could do it. He wanted you to do it. If you're gonna work on motorcycles and handle motorcycles, you got to handle the whole motorcycle, even know how big you are and how big it is.
One of our viewers is he just signed up for MMI, Paul from Jacksonville. So hopefully he doesn't have to do that.
He doesn't have to do that. He doesn't teach anymore. So, okay. But he taught me about liability. He taught me about being clean and right. He taught me how to do things one way, all the way to the end, to pay attention, to always give a shit.
There you go.
Al Hollingsworth.
That matters. Okay. So
he's why I do what I do.
What is your favorite road food?
All right. I read that. And I get it.
You read that?
Yeah, and everybody says, oh, I like this or that road food, right? Like, oh, yeah. But on the road, I got 3 things that I got to have if I can have them. 3 things. When you're on the road going somewhere, you got to get up out of lower, country, and you got to get to a White Castle. And you got to have the White Castle coffee. Because they got damn good coffee as much as their little burgers are good.
Yeah, French fries are good too.
French fries, coffee, all of it. You can make a breakfast right out of it.
Right.
No problem. Then, if you've ever been to Sturgis and you've been out on County Line and you can get that 2-inch deep fried pork chop.
Yeah.
Rib cut pork chop.
On the bone.
Being a meat man, a rib cut pork chop, deep fried, at 1 in the morning. I don't know. I got to have it.
That was good.
That's my favorite road food. But when I'm on the road, I want to stop at a White Castle, get the coffee and the burger and the French fries. Now, the only other thing you got to have, and you got to have it on the road. This ain't food, but it's a necessity.
Shit.
Me and my brother Willie, we both agree. You got to have a pack of Dentyne. Because every morning when you get up, you got to brush your teeth. And if you're getting up out of a gutter in Daytona, outside of Molly Brown's or wherever the hell that is, and the sun's beating on you and you're sweating and you're like, God damn, and you got to get up off of the thing. You got to brush your teeth. So you go, hey, man, and have a bite of Dentyne. So it's not road food, but it's fix the road food breath thing. So that you could have some game to talk to the girl.
Oh, I see. Very good.
Even if the girl is the same girl for 25 or 30 years, you still got to have the breath to talk to the girl.
I see.
Dentyne, cinnamon, it wipes out everything. It's terrible.
Everybody hear that? It's terrible, but it's great. There you go.
Right.
So,
so there's 3 road foods for me.
That's a necessity for you.
It is a necessity. You got to brush your teeth.
Gotcha. Okay. So I guess the next question is the most cherished motorcycle memory.
Mine.
Mm-hmm.
Most.
Yeah.
You got to, that's see, and again, I know you get 2 because,
hard to
and pick. I mean, really, I got all of them. Because all my memories are cherished. Everything I've ever done in motorcycling.
Don't get too technical on me.
Even now, listen, I'm just going to say, even blowing up shit is a cherished memory because I learned from it.
And by that, he doesn't mean blowing things up with TNT. He means an explosion.
No, when you're hanging on the throttle cables at 6,600 RPMs in 3rd gear, and you're on a 97-inch. It's a what the hell were them heads with them Axtel iron cylinders and the JE pistons and the dual throat Delorto with the one screw that sucked in because the guy that put the air cleaner on didn't Loctite it, and it just goes, and it's quiet. And you're just
He's entertaining, isn't he?
All I can say is that's a cherished moment. Because as much as I did it, I didn't do it.
Okay.
But
do you have one?
I got a couple.
Okay. 2.
I got 2. So my dad and me, we had this thing where he wanted me to go to college and I wanted to go to motorcycle school. And we went back and forth, and all this other crap. You know, we had to make the deal after I did all the stuff in the SATs and failed them the first time miserably because C is not the answer to everything on a scale. You only get like, I mean, in the SATs, you only got like 60%. It wasn't even that 70% bullshit that they talk about.
Can't make this shit up.
After all the mess, right? After all the mess. So I went to the MMI and he said, what are you going to do with that? And I said, I'm going to do it. And he said, okay. And we did it and got through it and got out and got the job and doing shit and all that and this and that. So at the point, I got to a place where I was building hot rod bikes and the guys that had the money were paying to get it done and I was doing the job. So we built this bike for this guy. It was 1990, I want to say 5, maybe 6, but probably 5. Daytona. March, like not that Biketoberfest, you know, half-ass shit, the whole Daytona big one. So as it goes, we built this bike and we took it down into Daytona and we won the Boardwalk show and we won the Rat's Hole show with a Softail. And it was brutal. It was mint. I put every bolt in it. And after it, he went out on the street and did burnouts just because he could.
Okay.
So the guy's got a cell phone when nobody's got a cell phone. And he goes, and I go, man, I want to use that thing. And he goes, you can use that thing. And I mean, he gave me extra money and he was buying me drinks and Jesus Christ, I could do no wrong and all this bullshit and all that because it was awesome. And then we put a lot of effort. It was no bullshit. It's a good bike. So I go out in this field with this phone. No cord, no phone booth, no nothing, no quarters. And I went and I called my dad at work in the middle of the day. It was like, 2 in the afternoon. And he goes, and I patch him through, you know, the secretary answers. I mean, he's the publisher of or he's the CPA of a publishing company in Manassas, Virginia. I mean, like, he's busy. He's got the whole company. He's running that shit. So he answers the phone. Donnie Ransom on the phone. He's like, oh, yeah, he comes right on. Hey, boy, are you okay? What's wrong? Is everything okay? Are you all right? Why are you calling me? Like, what the fuck? And I'm like, Dad, I'm cool. I go, you got to understand. This is what I want to tell you. Remember when you asked me, what am I going to do? I go, I'm standing in a field. I'm not even connected to a cord. I'm on a thing they call a cell phone. Some rich guy's got it, and he told me go ahead. But he said, hey, try not to go more than 10 minutes. I said, no problem. So I'm like, so I don't know, but we just won the Rat's Hole, and we just won the Boardwalk. And I got an extra $500 tip in my pocket, and this man's buying me drinks and buying me dinner, and we're eating steak, and we're having a good time. And it's going to be Saturday night and Sunday in Daytona, and I don't have to go to work till Monday, so I got the room one extra day. And I'm going to ride home on Monday because all them fools are going to ride home on Sunday and wreck and do all that stupid shit. And he was like,
That's it.
well, all right then.
Nice.
That's what I'm going to do with that. And he was like, man, you're nuts, but cool. Good job, boy.
Good. What's number 2?
Number 2. Mm-hmm. All right, right about the same time, I have this 1996 Springer. I turned 25 years old. So I gifted myself for my birthday a ride to Virginia. I made enough money to put money in the bank. I took the week off. I left out of here on a Monday, whatever the hell day it was. It was 9 in the morning from sunrise, and I rolled. And I got to Columbia, South Carolina at 9 at night. And I rolled into a hotel and I got the room and this and that. And I was like, well, I got to go get myself some dinner. It's my birthday and all, what have you. I got a little booze. I rolled the bike into the room. I went around the corner to the ice machine. I came back. There's the security standing there. He's like, all right, you're out. So I got thrown out of that hotel because I rolled my bike in the room. So I had to get my shit and get on back on my bike, and I had to ride around and find another hotel, and I had to do the same son of a bitch. But I got a room that wasn't near the office. And I rolled that bike around, and I rolled it on in there because I still did. This is 1995 or 96. They were stealing Harleys back then, like right now. Yeah. So in the room it went. Nobody saw it. 1, 2, 3. I walked over to the Ruby Tuesdays, had a couple cocktails, all this bullshit. I went to bed. I woke up the next morning. I realized I'm in South Carolina. I don't have to wear a helmet. And all the other states, I got to wear a helmet. And I was pissed that I was 40 miles from the border, but I'd come like 70. So I got on my bike and I rode 70 miles back, no helmet, turned around at Georgia, and rode back through that day. And then I put my helmet on in North Carolina, and then I rode to Virginia, and I did all my dumb shit. And that was a really cool trip because the whole time I only got 10 drops of rain on me. Nice. When I was going up in Florida and I was hitting that Georgia line, from this side there was some rain clouds, and from this side there was some rain clouds, and it was 95 going north. And I'm rolling that good 85, 90, just trucking it. And they're coming in. And I got wham, 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 wham. And I went, shoo. And I rode out from underneath them clouds. And behind me in my mirror, I saw it just get wrecked on 95. Just boom, and you couldn't see nothing. Everybody turning their headlights on and bullshit. Cars going into it were hitting their brake lights and all that. And I was rolling. And from there on, I didn't get rain the whole trip. And it was like 10 days. So you can't say that that ain't a bad mother trip right there.
That's a good trip.
It was me, my Springer, a backpack, the shit on my handlebars, and a tool roll that I didn't have to touch.
Nice. That's always good.
Hell yeah.
Very good. Well,
yeah.
So then, okay, the next question is if money didn't matter and you could road trip anywhere, where would you go and with who?
You know how I'm long-winded on a bunch of shit? I didn't even write an answer down to that one. You want to know why? Because if money didn't matter. All right, on my screen, she's over there. Everybody, okay? On what I'm looking at, she's right there. So what I'm going to say is, I want to ride with her, but I want to get on my bike in the right lane because I ride right and she rides left. I want to go up to the first stop sign and I want to look left or right. And whichever one looks better, that's where I'm going. And we're going to just ride. And I can't tell you where I'm going because at each stop sign or light, we could go forward more, we could go left some, we could go right some. We could look up and see if it wants to rain over there. And if it does, we're going to ride over there. And if money doesn't matter, we'll ride till we feel like it. Hang around till we feel like it, and then ride some more till we feel like it. And that's where I'd ride to.
Good answer.
With that girl right there. That girl. Her.
I like that answer.
Yeah, her right there. They're both going that way.
So, okay.
So that's not a very long-winded answer, but that's my answer because if money doesn't matter, then money doesn't matter. And if money doesn't matter, it's a left or a right. Let's go. And however far you want.
Okay. So tonight, the Ask Athena question was for me, what was my favorite bike show that I ever did a build for? So let's pose that question to you. What is your favorite bike show that you've ever done a build for?
I got to say there's a couple. One or two. But both of them involve not building that I built for. I mean, I built for shit and we won. You know what I like building for more? If it's me building for it, it's like for a race. Like I was a crew. I was the pit crew for 750 Ducati twins, 2 of them. And me and this man put like 6 out of 7 classes in first place. Like took the cup. So that's what I like to build for if it's me. But I got to say, we got the thing called the Chopper Chick crew. And well, the very first build was just what it needed to be. It was a chopper, no bullshit. The last 30 hours, nobody slept. We painted parts. Well, we didn't. We. Who's this we there, Coach East? Joanne Bartles painted parts in a 6x12 U-Haul that went up and down the coast twice between our shop and Daytona to pick up parts. And then she was in there painting while I was on the roof watching for that security guard. So that whenever we was over parked in the infield, we're next to one of them light poles that had an outlet so we could plug her shit in. And the fucking fumes were coming out and I'm standing on the roof and all of a sudden she's painting and she's got the compressor running inside. And all of a sudden, here he comes. So I go boom, boom, and I step on the roof, And all of a sudden you hear the compressor shut off, and it's like quiet. And he goes, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm like, "Sir, how are you?" He's like, "Oh, okay, what are you doing?" I'm looking for the best spot to park my trailer. I'm trying to get it out of the way. Well, they're over there is better. Hey, I appreciate it. You have a good day. You too. He would ride on. Boom, boom. She's like, "God damn it, I got to get this thing painted. Get him off my back."
So I did speak to Joanne today. She said
we had so much fun. We had to steal a battery
from Eddie Trotter.
And he wasn't there. And Howie was like, "Dude, you can't just take a battery out of his bike." I go,
so for people who don't know,
I'll bring it right back.
For people who don't know, the Chopper Chick Crew is a charity. It's a charity build team that we had that is actually going to do another build here in the near future. We've discussed it. COVID set us back a little, so we were going to do it.
COVID was tough.
Miss Gypsy and we talked about it, but I just spoke to Joanne today and we were talking about that. She said she would be on the show, which was really cool. And absolutely fantastic that you brought it up, because that was something that, I don't know, he's gone again. He's like that. It's entertaining. So we did charity builds. We did one at the Daytona International Speedway for the National Breast Cancer Foundation. We did one on the NBC Today show for the Boys and Girls Club of America. We did one at the 105th Harley Davidson 105th anniversary, and that was for the Race Foundation. Brad, if you're watching, there's Don he has a pink and black shirt and it says Tool Boy. Will you turn around so we can see the logo on the back? That's the Chopper Chick Crew logo, like Charlie's Angels.
So you can see it.
Don would stand next to the toolbox and hand us tools. Never touch anything. Chopper Chick Crew, and he's Tool Boy. I know that.
Hey, I'll tell you this. When I'm on the road, sometimes this is my pajamas that night.
You're so funny. So anyways,
just saying, if it's pajamas.
Just everybody should know the Tool Boy job, Chopper Chick Crew.
That's right.
It's difficult anyways to be around a bunch of women working on motorcycles, but this man can choreograph 5 women to completely build a motorcycle live in Rockefeller Center on set.
That stuff.
2 a.m. to 7 a.m.
It's not funny. I'm so proud of everything we did with all that. Good heavens.
We've done crazy stuff. The Today Show. We did the way you were talking about the Daytona International Speedway. That one was for the Breast Cancer Foundation. We did one at the Harley 105th anniversary. Pingle gave us a wheelie bar, so it looked like a race bike because it was for the Race Foundation. That was super cool. So yeah, those are really good builds too.
The other thing that I was going to say was, it's the one when we got the high school girls to do it, because honestly, if you say it, because you know all the shit about it, but when we did the high school one up in Sturgis, and we shut it down at 1 in the afternoon because they had that stage facing that sun, they couldn't even pick the fucking tools up. Shit was so hot. We stopped and got them fans, shelter, shade. They built until like 9:30 or 10 at night, and they fired that bike up.
So
you got to know that that's awesome. And I think it was like 5 girls or maybe 6 girls.
There were 5.
But I think they're all in the industry.
Yeah. And they have auto shops.
That was like 10 years ago, and they were like 12 and 14. And I bet you that's what I'm talking about. As far as I know, they're killing it.
And I've been in touch with them. We're Facebook friends and stuff like that. Yes. That's like an incredible thing. And for a lot of people who don't know, Don and I, we live together, we work together. But when we go to rallies and stuff like that, we go to the Boys and Girls Clubs, we go and visit the kids. We go to the veterans hospitals, we go and we visit the veterans. We love when they come out and they tell their stories. And
we went to the Lakota reservation, played baseball with the Lakotas, with the Limp Nicky lot, and watched Beaner ride them all around the fucking infield of the baseball thing. That was so cool. We didn't get back till midnight. It was so cold. But it was so worth it. I don't even care.
That was the night we made hobo dinners. You guys borrowed somebody's barbecue. I don't think they even knew it.
And Sparky came up and ate with us.
Oh yeah, Sparky. She was so good.
She was so good.
So good. And so because I'm getting better at pushing the buttons. So like I said, we live together, we play together. That's us. Did I hide? There we go. So there we are.
Bam-a-lam.
Bam-a-lam. Hold on.
Oh, wait. So you don't know she's lying.
Here he comes. Go back.
What's that? Oh, I'm back in the.
Go back. Go.
I'm over there.
Go. He's so bad. So yeah, this guy. He's
Right.
like that guy that I hang out with. So there's that picture. Let's see. We have other pictures here.
Yeah, put up a good picture for a minute.
Put up a good picture for a minute?
Sure, put up a big picture for a minute. Oh, yeah, make that the whole screen. Or my whole side.
I don't know if I can do that, but then I miss out on you. Let's see.
Oh, look at you. Good job.
I did it. You're so bad, and I can't find you now. So now, see, I took you off the screen, and now I cannot find. So, whoa. You all right? No. Yeah, no, hold on.
Oh,
I got you. You're gonna be back. I
can
can hear you.
And I'm there.
Yeah, there you go. So now I gotta hide the
go.
picture.
Nice.
So that's a Chopper Chick Crew. We'll hide that one. Okay, so now we're back. Okay,
So
so
now we're back.
So then, okay, now we get to this is the good stuff here. You have to hold on, sorry. All right. So you get to tell us something good about yourself that most people don't know.
Listen, where's all this extra stuff coming from? I thought you emailed me the shit.
I did. It's in there.
Now you're hitting me with the hard questions that I
Didn't
didn't
read it all.
Something that, okay, let me see.
It's in there. It's like, this isn't Charlie Brown school teacher. Wah, 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 wah. It's in there. It says, you got to tell us something
well, yeah,
good.
but okay, so then something.
It's right before the 5 good
people
things.
don't know.
Yeah, something good about yourself.
Oh, well, I mean, see, okay, so I'm not on Facebook and all that shit, so I guess people don't know or whatever. You do know or you don't know.
Something good about yourself.
I got a green thumb.
You do.
See, my wife likes flowers, but my wife thinks cut flowers are pretty for a minute, but sort of a waste and sort of mean. So a few years ago, I went ahead and I got a rose bush, a yellow rose bush, because that's her favorite color of rose. And then if you know anything about green thumbs, yeah, in a zone, agricultural zone, and it has to do with the temperature and the sand and the shit and the ground and everything. So I had to get one that can live here, not in Virginia, like my dad had rose bushes in Virginia. So I got her one and I planted it in a big old planter. And I'm telling you what, boorah, we get live, fresh roses. And we don't cut them. We let them do their thing and I take them off afterwards. And that's how that goes. And they smell great. And its name is, it's called a Julia Child rose bush.
So you call it
from Heirloom Roses in Washington State. Oh, okay, like boo-rah, there's a little plug. But they do me right, man. And I can send them pictures. And I go like, why does it look like that? And they go, well, you got to do this. And I go, oh, okay. And then, you know, so it's an ongoing thing, but I'm on that shit. So while she was on the Route 66 Chicks thing, I found a bunch of pots and plants that were around the house that, I mean, if you have a pot and you don't have a plant in it, it's kind of a waste to have the pot. So I went, So I went to the store and got me a bunch of seeds. And I planted a bunch of, I put seeds in this one and seeds in this one. I already got me some shots. I got morning glories and daisies and forget-me-nots.
Yeah. That's so funny. That's cute.
Forget-me-not.
That is something good about yourself that most people don't know.
So yeah, most people don't know that, yep, I actually can grow a plant. I do grow plants. I will take care of them correctly. And yes, I think they're cool.
I can look at them. I can look at the plants and I can smell the flowers. I just can't touch them. And people don't believe me, but everybody knows it to be true.
I found out, honest to goodness, everybody that doesn't believe her, because I found out. I got her a plant a couple different times when we were first hanging out together. Oh, here's a plant. It'll be fine. am I allowed to say hash, like pound sign. Pound sign. Don't get me started. It's a pound sign.
No.
Till the day that I die, it's a pound sign. Anyways, all those, like that, it's after dark. Yeah. But she killed a cactus.
I killed a cactus, yeah. I'm not good.
You got to go ahead and go with the fact that she ain't got no green thumb, and that's fine. And she can raise children and dogs and horses. She knows if a horse gets cut, you get mud and stick it in it and what have you and all that.
So, all right. So now,
okay, but I'm the plant guy.
You are. Okay, so now next you get to give us your 5 good things.
5 good things.
Yeah, you have to tell us 5 good things.
Let's see here. Well, I woke up next to my best friend today and I was breathing and she was still there. That's one.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it was a nice day where necessarily I didn't really get any rain and everything I wanted to do it did. That's kind of 2. I mean, I was off today. No self-respecting biker works on a Monday, so I was off and allowed to be off. And I got to putter around the house in my shorts and my what have you. And I messed with Chopper Nick's stuff and I watered the plants and I did all that what have you and whatnot and made my coffee and drank it and it was good. And I had milk in the fridge when I got up, so I didn't have to go get milk just to have the first cup. So that's got to be 3 or 4.
Yeah, I think we'll go with 3. That was 3.
All right.
Give me 4.
I had the best roast dinner that I have had, and the last time I've ever had roast dinner. Tonight, my wife made it for me, and good heavens, made the house smell good, made the roast, did the whole thing, and I got the dishes done before the interview, so when I'm done, I'm off.
Nice. That's 4. So then what's number 5?
I talked to my daughter, my son, and I don't know, everybody else in my family that's like Chopper Nick's and stuff. I got a picture from Chopper Nick's family.
Nice.
I haven't even had a chance to look at it except for I saw it, but then I had to go on the air. So I'm going to check that out because he went to dinner with mom and dad and a brother and a sister and what?
Very nice. Hi, Chopper Nick.
Cool.
We just got to see him in Albuquerque on the
run.
In
Albuquerque, man. And it's, Albuquerque and stuff.
Very much
all the way over there.
Very much so, all the way over there.
So I think that I've pretty much spoken to my family today, and they're all good, and that's good.
Yeah, that is very
so now I can end out the rest of my day, go to bed happy, wake up tomorrow and get on with it.
Good.
It's Tuesday.
That's
a Biker Monday.
Thank you for participating. And
thanks for having me on.
Being my first, because you're my number 1 guy, so to be the number 1 guy.
Number 1 guy, right. Because you know what they are? There's the first, the best, and all the rest.
Alrighty then. Well, thank you very much.
So to all you other guys, so far, I'm definitely 2 out of those 3. So it's on you to try to be better than the best. Because right now, I'm the best. And Tool Boy means Don. It's like how you spell Athena when a guy asks her for her phone number. And he says, how do you spell Athena? And I say, D-O-N.
He did that to me once. Before we were dating, I guess that was like the leader in. I was working at a bar.
That's how all this is going to go.
That was Cole. I remember that. Cole was like, wow, isn't he forward?
Yes.
I was like, I guess he wants to go out with
Cole was like, and he was like, okay.
Like, how do you spell Athena? He was trying to put my number in his phone. And I was like, and you just piped over and you were like, D-O-N. And I was like, well, I guess that's how we're spelling Athena this time. So, and Cole is a very good friend of ours, has been for 20 some years. Wow.
Hey, and in this day and age, you're going to stupid Burger Kings and all them stupid places, and they want a damn name. And you say Athena, and they want to type it for 20 minutes, and they're not making your burger. We got over all that shit. Don, D-O-N. They go, D-O-N. Make the burger. God damn, it doesn't matter what my name is on the receipt.
Oh,
wait.
It's okay.
Sorry, Lord.
Right.
And all
None of
others
that.
involved that don't like that kind of language. They got the
Don-
young son in the car.
Don is
Pardon me.
Well, thank you, love. I appreciate it.
Well, hey, thanks for having me on. That was really neat. Hopefully you didn't get too much latency or, you could hear me. You definitely got a better camera than me, though. Boy, I'll tell you what. But then you just prettier than me.
I love you. All right.
I love you.
Okay.
All right, push the button. Are you going to push the button? Who's going to push the button?
No, I'm going to push the
Because
button.
I'm not allowed to, do anything to it. I got to sit there like, bam.
But I can still hear you somewhere. Hold on. Here you go. I muted you. I muted him. There you go. The mute button. How incredible. Okay, so I can get through this before he comes in the door and starts some more. So that is Don Ransom, Vagabond Chopper. So, and like really honestly, no bullshit, he is a genuine talent. He has talent beyond any amount of measure. He's definitely got it going on there. He does incredible bikes. He builds cool stuff. Gravity. We'll call that one Gravity. Long story. That's a funny one. But yeah, we'll call that Gravity. So, okay. That was our guest for this evening. The first guy, number one man. So then I guess now I get to tell everybody my 5 good things. Okay. And it's never easy to like stop and take note of what's going on around you. Like the world has you in the daily grind and you're doing the shit here and there. This past weekend, my friends were in Wauseon, Ohio at the Antique Motorcycle Club of America, like swap meet, and the ladies of Antique Motorcycle Club of America, Lori Favor, and like Chris Summer Simmons was there speaking, Jenny Bass was racing, I had Motormates there, like Cindy Mesmer. So like I really wanted to be there. Life doesn't always happen the way you want it to. So you got to stop and pay attention. So I got my 5 good things. It wasn't easy to find my 5 good things this week. Sometimes it's really easy. Sometimes it's not so easy. So I pulled it off. So my 5 good things. My first one, and I like this one. This is one of my favorites. So my keen sense of human nature, AKA my bullshit meter. Okay. I am very, very happy that it works really well. Because sometimes people just try to bullshit their way through and it doesn't work. You go for it sometimes. You're like, okay, you give people pass, whatever, but bullshit is still bullshit. So, and it doesn't taste good. So don't chew on the bullshit sandwich. Skip past that. So that was my 1. 2, to know the effort that I am worth, okay, for myself and for others. So like, you have to know your value, like what you're worth. Like you deserve the best of what you desire in the world. Not obsessive compulsive shit, like, but for real deal. Love and work and family and all those things, if you work hard at it, you deserve to have the goodness that comes from it. It doesn't always happen easily, but as long as you know your value and your worth in the whole situation, that's what matters. Then nobody can go back to number 1, bullshit you about it. Oh. So number 3, for me this week, it's appreciating the real things that happen in life. For real. Real things that happen in life. Like you can touch something, you stub your toe, you eat bad food, whatever it is, it's real things. It's not, soap opera, they don't chew, they don't go to the bathroom stuff, like the real things. The homeless person down the street, knowing that it could be you, that person that needed that 3-digit number that doesn't want to dial 1-800 help me for the suicide crisis hotline. It's 988 now. I mean, like the real things. Those are real things that are happening all across the world. People are suffering, okay, all that stuff. But to be able to appreciate those real things that happen in life and know that I'm blessed, I'm able to do things that a lot of people can't, help people when I can, so those are real things in life. Of course, number 4 is my family, my friends, and the new relationships and friendships that are built every day. That's like something that I can't stress enough. to be grateful for. And then, being right here, right now, doing this little show. That's my fifth good thing. It's always a good thing. So then I have my closing thought. So my afterthought, I know, it's like, da-da-da. Okay. Some days it's heavy, some days it's not. I don't know how heavy it is for some people. That's a hippie word, right? Heavy. Hippie Brad. We're going to have Hippie Brad on our show one of these days. That's now that we got the number one guy. He was on the show, and through the schedule, we could start having some other guys that aren't the number one guy, but are guys that are worth having on the show. So, okay, my afterthought. Learning, listening, living, and loving. These things are simple concepts that are so difficult to practically apply. Okay, and people know what I mean when I say that. It's practically applying things, actually doing it. Learning requires concentration. Not a lot of people are willing to concentrate on things. Not because they don't want to, just because the world dictates otherwise to them. Listening requires attention. You have to pay attention. You have to be quiet, and you have to actually pay attention and listen to what someone's saying. It's not just the words that come from their mouth. It's also what comes from their heart, and the way that you can see the expression on their face, or, whether it's hurt, happiness, joy, whatever it is. Living requires daily practice. Like, you have to practice every day living, because life is what happens when you plan other things, but you have to live. Like, there has to be some sense of, this is what you get up every day for and do. For me, I like to ride motorcycles. I love my family. I love to spend time with the grandkids, the kids. I enjoy animals. I enjoy listening to good stories and good people. So that's living for me. That's, embarking on a new journey. For me, that's living. Everybody has their own version of what living is. And then loving. Loving requires all of these, and then you have to have an open heart. Okay, so you have to pay attention, you have to concentrate, and you have to live. And you have to do all that with an open heart. That's how you love. Okay, so I guess for me, I'm going to do my best to practice those things. Okay, so I'm going to say that I learned something this week. I'm going to make it a point to learn at least one thing. I'm going to listen to someone intently and hear everything they have to say from their heart. And hopefully I listen to many people, because I really enjoy people, and I do my best always to listen. Then I'm going to do something that makes me feel alive and know that I'm living. So that's usually, for me, that's riding my motorcycle. I like to go up to the beach. I like to stop. Sometimes I like to see the fish. Sometimes I go fishing. It all depends. But something to make me, know that I'm living and feel alive. And then, most of all, show love and be loved. So I plan always, every day of my life, to show love to everyone around me and the people that I care about. And I look forward to feeling that love back. So I'm going to make it a point to go above and beyond to do that again this week. So that's pretty much my afterthought. So anybody who can learn, listen, live, and love, have at it. Let's have a little fun with it. Okay. Well, thanks everybody for, participating, and anybody who can share, promote, come back. We're going to have some really good guests. I have quite a list. We are going to get Joanne Bortles. We're going to get Jody Parowitz, Dave Parowitz. I'm going to see if I get Donnie Smith. I send an email to Bandit at BikerNet. I will be in Sturgis with Cyclosource Magazine for some of the shows as a liaison. We'll be signing people up and stuff like that. So I'll be working with Chris and Heather and Mark. So maybe we could get them to be on the show. I mean, we're small time production over here, so I don't know yet, but we'll see. Got a couple other people in mind as well. And anybody that wants to be on the show, send me an email. Again, send your 5 good things, and maybe we'll read them. If you have an Ask Athena question, again, it's athenaafterdark@aol.com. And yeah, definitely we'll see you again next week, 10 o'clock. And it's my pleasure. Hey, don't forget, be kind to yourself and others. It matters. Damn it, it matters. All right. Well, peace, love, and happiness. And let's do our best to chopper on, everybody. All right.